American Cupcake. American Cupcake. It's having fun, just watch old Cupcake run. Driving coast to coast. He's the man with the most. He's got no time to boast. His truck is Naomi, the big white whale. She's the one rod that will never fail. Across the country they both sail. He's American Cupcake. American Cupcake. He's having fun, just watch your Cupcake run. He's American Cupcake. You know what else makes him great? He's been to all the lower 48 states. He's seen all 5 of the Great Lakes. He leaves all the others in his wake. This name's Cupcake, for God's sake. So you know damn sure he's not fake. Because he's American Cupcake. American Cupcake. He's having fun, just watch your Cupcake run. He's American Cupcake.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are we? This is American Cupcake. I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now, in the frozen wasteland of Hoth. I was just in Miami. I think I was in South Carolina when I did the the monkey review. But yeah, I'm here in Pittsburgh. It's cold as fuck. But other than that, how's everybody doing? All 0 of you watching me. Hooray. I'm glad you're all here to witness this great review of I am, of course, Marvel's target audience for Brave New World. I did see that movie. Where's the thing? Son of a bitch. That's right. I did go see Captain America: Brave New World. One thing that we're going to start off with is this.
R-E-D, red, R-E-D, red. I can spell red, I can spell red. Fire trucks are red, stop signs are red too. R-E-D, R-E-D.
Now, you may be wondering why I played that. That's because pretty much everything in this movie was red. It literally. Ah, fuck. Yeah, the whole. I mean, it was red. The whole movie was red, 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 red. Everything was red. There was so much red in this movie. But let's just start off with a couple things. On Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter right there at Box Truck Cupcake. This popped up. Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh yeah, this popped up on my Twitter feed. So I, did the, I took a picture of the movie I was at. And somebody, I obviously blurred out their name. I didn't want to dox them, but obviously I don't follow them. They said, what did they say? Shame that this is Marvel's target audience. So yes, Marvel's target audience is going to talk about this movie. And there was another thing on Twitter. I just want to say, I go see a lot of movies because I subscribe to this. This is AMC Stubbs A-List. You can see 3 free movies a week. I am not sponsored by AMC. It's just what I use. It's $26 a month, and you can see 3 movies a week. If you go see a IMAX in 3D, that basically pays for it for the month, which is how I saw Captain America: Brave New World. That was, so much to talk about. So much controversy over this movie, too. All right, so let's start here. One of the funnier things I thought I doing my research before I did this. Here's a director. His name is Julius Awan. He directed this movie. He has directed other movies. This is his first movie, by the way. That's that. That's the name of the movie. So we'll get down to that. Now, Anthony Mackie. He had said some things about Captain America. The director didn't want to get things misinterpreted by the right-wing outrage. And here's Anthony Mackie's. He said that it didn't represent America when the superhero's name is Captain America. The fuck? Seriously. And then I saw this. He didn't want to wear the Captain America cowl, the helmet. So basically, when he's not flying, he's just like this for the movie. And if you've seen the trailer, you know what? Let's play that real quick. I have the trailer here, the teaser trailer. I took all the sound out. I didn't want to get copyright strike. But coming up here, right there, this scene right here. That scene right there. Get rid of this picture. The very first scene. He is attacking people, and they have guns. They have machine guns, and shoot him in the head, and it's over. You will have single-handedly killed Captain America. Shoot him in the head. If Captain America's chilling like this, shoot him in his head, and it's over. You win. I have a different theory of why he didn't want to wear the helmet. So we're going to go back to, I'm not sure if you guys know, this is Judge Dredd. He's from the comic book 2000, 2001 AD, 2000 AD. I Am the Law. I actually have a Judge Dredd book that I want to read. It's on my Audible. But we know there are two movies of Judge Dredd. This is the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie. You notice how on the DVD cover, he doesn't have a helmet on. In the comic book, Judge Dredd never took off his helmet. But due to ego, I believe Sylvester Stallone didn't want to wear the helmet. Whereas when Carl Urban did the movie of Judge Dredd, dude never took off the helmet. And again, this is Carl Urban as Judge Dredd, and here's the comic book version of Judge Dredd. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And Dredd was a great movie. Saw it in the theater. I own it. It's great. I may do a review on that. But back to Anthony Mackie not wanting to wear the cowl. Let's read. Because I told them I was never wearing that shit again, dude. That was hard. It was the heat, the sweat, the fogged up glasses. It was impossible. It's called a cowl. It was my worst nightmare. You can't do anything. Boo fucking who? And throughout the movie, he's in a suit. He even goes on a journey, he even goes to investigate something in street clothes with the shield. This guy is in the Captain America suit the very beginning of the movie, at the very end of the movie. I don't recall Chris Evans being in Captain, his version of Captain America, ever taking off the Captain America suit. The fuck? And Anthony Mackie made $10 million on this fucking movie. I think for $10 million, you can wear the suit and put the fucking cowl on. This is coming from Marvel's target audience, by the way. Now, another part, let's play that trailer again. They talk about the select. We'll get into that in the review. But yeah, there he goes. Right there. This scene right here, you see him drop down, and there's right there where it goes. Whoosh, that's the residual breaking of the sound barrier, sonic boom, if you will. Here's a jet. Here's a jet breaking the sound barrier. Here's Captain America breaking the sound barrier. That's 776 miles, or Mach 1. Then there's this. With wind speeds of 120 miles an hour, it is no longer possible to stay upright, no matter how far you lean. So in the first 5 minutes of this movie, they are already destroying my suspension of disbelief. He is going Mach 1 with gravity and doing a superhero landing. What the fuck? What in the ever-loving unholiest of fucks? When he landed, he would be turned into a pile of jello. Keep in mind, he doesn't have the super soldier serum. They mentioned that a couple times in this movie, that he is not injected with the super soldier serum. Yet he can go from 700 and some miles an hour to a perfect landing. Let's play that again, just so we can get it. Mach 1, going down. Boom. Sonic boom? Yeah. What in the hell? Now, another thing about the movie, we have Giancarlo Esposito, and you may be saying Cupcake. I thought his name was Esposito. Well, you would be incorrect.
My name is Giancarlo Esposito.
So he is Giancarlo Esposito. He plays the character of Sidewinder. And throughout the production and when this movie was being made, you saw little pictures of him throughout everything. And everybody's, oh my God, who's he going to play? Oh my God, who's he going to play? What villain is he going to play? He ended up playing Sidewinder. This guy. Marvel's target audience is doing this review, by the way. What else did I have? Okay, yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah, so it just from the get-go, I was already checked out. 5 minutes into the movie, I was checked out. Breaking the sound barrier, landing perfectly, the sonic boom knocking all the guys out. Guys with machine guns didn't aim for his head. I was out. I was checked out. And that's not to mention so let's get into it. at the very beginning of the movie, they are talking about the package. They're trying to get a package, the package, and the buyer, and the package and the buyer. So, Sidewinder, Giancarlo Esposito, he, no, the other thing I wanted to say about that, like, if that's the way he wants to say his last name, cool. Like like my, almost docked myself. But like when I say my last name, which is a Hispanic last name, my first name, if I'm in, if my government name, if I have to say my government name, I say it Americanized, Englishized. But if I'm with other Hispanics, I say, I say how it's pronounced. My last name, on the other hand, I do Sanchez. I do. Fuck. Yeah, I say it. I say it like you're supposed to say it. So I just hopefully you didn't catch that. And I digress here. On a side note, I really fucking hate when Hispanic and Latinos, they'll be speaking perfect, the perfect, and then they have to say the word Latino. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? But anyway, well, let's get back to this. What's this? Oh yeah. Oh, so there's him in the official Captain America garb. Tim Nelson Blake. Remember him from the Edward Norton Hulk movie? They mention that movie a lot because, of course, Harrison Ford is in this movie and he plays Thunderbolt Ross. I can't believe I didn't get any pictures. Fuck it. Well, so they talk about that movie, and he plays Leader. This guy. I was kind of disappointed in the hey, what's going on, Tim? I was kind of disappointed in, I knew he was going to play Leader, and if we know Leader from the cartoon show, he talks like this: "I'm the leader, and I'm going to kill the Hulk." And I was a little disappointed because this is him in the movie. But in my research, I found this picture of Leader. So, all right, Tim, you're good. And he did not want any CGI. He wanted practical makeup effects. So, Tim Blake Nelson. Yes. Good for you, sir. Very good for you for wanting to do practical makeup effects on your character. So back to the movie. They're in this. They're in a Spanish-speaking country looking for the buyer for the package, and they find hostages, and then Sidewinder, Giancarlo Esposito, he goes to. He's talking to it's a church, so there's a priest, a nun, and I get it if you're. I don't. This may be. I mean, I'm a bit of a snob about some things, but if you're going to speak Spanish, at least make sure you don't sound like you're speaking Spanglish. Padre, like it was, that took me out of it too. He, it just very, very choppy pidgin Spanish. And then of course Anthony Mackie comes in talking to them, and he, okay, cool, you get away with it, you're fine. But yeah, he begged for he wanted practical effects. Oh, there's Yeah, this is how I felt about the movie. And honestly, if you've seen the trailers, you've pretty much seen the whole entire movie. What you didn't see though is that Captain America hardly does, he hardly wears his Captain America stuff. And goddamn, they want you to know this guy's Captain America. He's every Captain America, Captain America. He's at a bar going, "Hey, I like my tab. It's okay, Captain America, you're good. Captain America, Captain America, Captain America, Captain America." They are drilling it in your head that this guy is Captain America. I mean, so you see the guy next to him there. That's the new Falcon, and he keeps going to Captain America. He's like, "Well, you're not." Oh, look at you. You need to talk to Nimrob. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I collect the comics and still have some. Only 8 boxes full. So you know what I'm talking about then, about, trying to keep close to the comics. But yeah, Nimrob, he's a big comic book guy too. But the guy next to him, he is the new Falcon. So he now has Sam Wilson's old Falcon costume and the wings. And he in the first fight where he does the superhero landing, he folds up his wings, and they, like the force field on in Black Panther and Wakanda, and there's a line that they say, "Oh, he got some technology from Wakanda. That's how he can get that. That's how he got that. He's in tight with the Wakandans." So he's got some special stuff with his wings. So they get away. They just I don't even really remember what else happened. I mean, I did see it in IMAX 3D here in my glasses. They do fit over regular glasses. Before I go into that, I wanted to talk about some of the trailers I saw. There's a new John Wick movie, but I think it's going to be called Joni Wick, because it's a girl. And then there's a new Jurassic World movie with Scarlett Johansson, where she, again, we've never seen girl bossery of this magnitude. So we go. I was just so I wasn't so much disappointed as in it was exactly what I thought it would be, which is disappointing in and of itself. But the Falcon guy, so they go to train with somebody. He really wasn't even in the trailers, and I forgot to put his picture up too. But he has the super serum, the super soldier serum, and he kind of busting Sam Wilson's balls about not having the super soldier serum, and they're practicing, and he throws like when Chris Evans, he punches the punching bag, and it goes all over. Well, they pretty much do the same thing, and the acrobatics that non-super soldier serum having Sam Wilson does as he's defending himself against this super soldier, it's the human body can't do that. If you made a point of saying that this guy does not have the super soldier serum, then you need to make a point of having him be kind of normal and not doing all these acrobatic flips that a normal human being cannot do without wires and wire work. So after the training session, he gets a phone call on a cell phone from the president, and they Thunderbolt Ross They get invited, and he invites the can't remember his name. Fuck, I do that all the time. So they invite him there, and this is where he's wearing this suit. Where is it? That's where he's wearing this suit. They're in a limousine, and the three of them are, they're drinking, they're having a good time in the limo. Yeah. Just so they get to the White House. They they take a selfie, they take a picture together, and they go to this conference room, and then they it's actually this part right here. Let's play the trailer again, huh? It's this part right here where he's talking. They talk about the celestial island, and the package that they have is adamantium. So they have introduced adamantium into the Marvel universe. So we will see Wolverine sooner or later popping up in the Marvel universe. So then Sam Wilson's the old black man that was the other super soldier. A song starts to play, and he takes a gun and shoots. The president Ross. He's in a thing where he can shoot him through the glass. And then there's about 5 other guys, that shoot through the glass, and he runs away. Now and then he's running, and then he jumps down. He's a super soldier, so he can do all these incredible things that Chris Evans did. Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome for being a wonderful member of the Postcard Club. And thank you. I will be in touch with you. I actually, at the end of the show, I'll do it right now since we're talking about it. I got a bunch of road maps, and I'm going to send you guys some. You guys overseas are just going to get them. You guys don't have to win them. So it's just something cool from the States. Let's get back to it. So they finally arrest him. They get in, and he's like, "Oh my God, what did I do? I don't know." So he was hypnotized. They capture all the guys that were shooting at the president, and it was at this point that Thunderbolt Ross gets a little extra mad, and throughout the movie you see him, taking these little tablets. He's taking these pills. So obviously that has something to do with something. So they leave there, and then the scene, where is it? This part here. It's this scene right here. Sidewinder shoots up Sam Wilson's car, throws a grenade in there, and then he finally gets caught. And he was saying that the buyer was telling me about the probability of you doing this. He was right. Ha 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 ha. And then after a while, there's just a lot of. This is not a very exciting movie. There's a lot of exposition. Just a lot of exposition. And in movies, there's a rule: don't tell, show, and they don't do that. Which I think, this movie was riddled with reshoots. So it was, I believe, a lot of these reshoots had to do with the exposition, because you really couldn't understand what was going on unless they said, "Well, see, what's going on is," and that's boring. That's just boring. So they get to this place, and it's all red. Once again, the theme of this movie.
R-E-D, red, R-E-D, red, I can...
Everything is red in this movie. So they get to this They get to this compound, and there's two giant satellite dishes that are with red lights. They go in there, and then they meet the leader. They don't meet leader yet. And then they find these pills. So he takes a thing of pills. Yeah, they find the pills, and throughout the movie, it's then this is just so confusing. There was the Japanese prime minister was there because the Celestial was in the Indian Ocean. This is from the movie The Eternals that like 7 people saw. So that's part of canon now. This thing is this big, huge, giant thing is in the Indian Ocean, and so after the president, they try to assassinate the president. They try to assassinate all these people. This was the leader that did that. They then there's some false information that they give the Japanese prime minister, and again, Thunderbolt Ross gets he's getting his anger up. Urgh. So I'm not even gonna. So what happened is the leader made these pills because they were trying. He was Thunderbolt Ross was dying. He puts gamma radiation in these pills, gamma something, and they meet at the at the island, and leaders going, hey, just let it out, let your anger out. So throughout the whole movie, they make it like they're trying to hide the fact throughout the whole movie that Thunderbolt Ross is Red Hulk. If they had not shown Red Hulk, let's show that trailer again, eh? That's the scene where he gets shot, and there's this one where he's this part was so dumb. You're not yeah, see this, all these cool parts. Yeah, right here. This was absolutely meant to be a surprise, but they knew that this movie sucked so much ass and nobody was going to see it. That's why they had to divulge the Red Hulk in the teaser trailer. In the teaser trailer. In the movie, again.
R-E-D, red, R-E-D, red, I can spell.
Everything is red in the movie to lead up to the point where Thunderbolt Ross turns into Red Hulk. It was, and again, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the entire movie. Basically, the movie is about getting adamantium so that they can introduce the X-Men to the Marvel Universe. Oh my God. Let's just go to the comments. Yeah, it was just so disappointing. And it was just an exposition dump between the first part of the movie that was action and the last part of the movie that was action. And there was so much wrong with this movie. Shmuley, what's going on, dude? What's up, Shmule? Good to see you, buddy. There's where they're fighting jets at the very end, and he takes his the 2 of the jet fighters, they get hypnotized and they start attacking the Japanese boats, and he's on the plane going hundreds and hundreds of miles an hour. And while he's going hundreds and hundreds of miles an hour, he's able to take his shield and slam it down onto the cockpit canopy of the airplane and eject the pilot. You would not be able to do that if you were going hundreds of miles an hour. It just killed my suspension of disbelief. It was just awful. It was just bad. It was just bad. And this is coming from, oops, this is coming from Marvel's target audience. Never forget. Marvel's target audience. Fucking idiot. Yeah, it was. I mean, if you want to go see it, just to go see Red Hulk, and like I said, like a bunch of other people said, Red Hulk is only in it at the very end of the movie, and there's even continuity errors when Red Hulk is fighting Sam. For example, this right here, the movie poster. You see how un-super soldier serum Sam is, holding back the Red Hulk with the shield? This is what that scene is based on. This is the actual Captain America with the real Hulk. Captain America, who does have the super soldier serum going through him. Look at the difference between this picture and this. It was, no. The things he does in this movie, a normal human being would be turned into a blob of jello. So many broken bones. They do mention he does have a couple broken bones at the end of the Hulk fight. And there's, speaking of rewrites, and Bucky Barnes is in it for a couple minutes, and they're having this is another typical stupid Marvel trope where it's a serious, it's a serious scene, and they're talking. What we got here? Yeah, absolutely. You just because something is, it wasn't believable in the context of the story. Yes, there is a giant gamma radiation monster, but you still have to follow the laws of physics. You still have to follow the laws of physics. Physics don't change just because there's a big red monster. I didn't like that part. It wouldn't have happened. As soon as he tried to get up, he would have been blown off the plane. Make it believable. Just because something is, in a fantasy world, doesn't mean it can't be believable. In the Lord of the Rings, for example, in the context of that, if Gandalf would have been able to fly, beating the Balrog, that was not, you have to draw a line somewhere. And he did not rip the cockpit off. If you had been paying attention, are you half woman that doesn't pay attention to what a man says? He took the shield, like I said, and was sitting up while going hundreds of miles an hour, banging it down onto the glass canopy. No, it doesn't boil down to what you can imagine. Then why can't Captain America just fly by himself? Like, your suspension of disbelief has to be there. It took it all out. If he's not a superhero serum person, he didn't rip it open. Can you hear? He took the shield and broke the glass. I mean, dude. Thank you for tuning in, though. I need the watch hours. I appreciate it. Thanks for the view. He broke the glass canopy with the shield. He didn't rip anything off. The canopy exploded, and then the pilot shot out of the ejector. it would not have happened. The laws of physics still apply. It doesn't matter how much imagination you have. You still have to follow the laws of physics. Bottom line. That's at the end of the day, physics don't change. At the end of the day, 1 + 1 will always equal 2. Just because there's a big red monster does not mean that 1 + 1 equals 7. I mean, what is so difficult to understand about that? And yeah, get out. Just trying to be difficult, aren't you? Yeah. But there's still basic laws of physics. There's still basic laws of physics. I mean, I get it if you don't understand that. I get it if you're just. I guess you're Marvel's target audience because you don't give a fuck about anything that's you know. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I've always had a problem with that. I've never done a review on a Spider-Man movie, but yeah, I did have an issue with that. There has to be some kind of yeah, and it was a stupid story. None of it was believable. So going 747 miles an hour down with gravity, you can just land like normal. Your legs wouldn't be broken with as fast as he landed. It's good to know I have somebody who's Marvel's target audience and watching. Again, thank you for watching. Hope you watch the whole thing. I need the watch hours. Thank you for the view. But yeah, again, just because fantastical things happen, things still have to be believable to keep you in the movie. It's in the context of the movie, the force of I think you're just being difficult. Black guy dies first. I could be wrong, but I do believe that is your ultimate goal, is to just be difficult right here. Because from what you're saying, I do believe you understand what I'm saying, but you're just being a contrarian. No, I'm not, which would prove that you are. Yeah, see? Nope, I'm not being a contrarian. Anyway, it was if you're like Black Guy Dies First and are totally okay with just unbelievable things and exposition dumps, and you liked the fact that he was going 747 miles an hour with just a suit that was cut by a knife, then yeah, then I guess you're going to give it 5 cupcakes then. I, on the other hand, don't think that a cloth that can be cut by a knife, because he does get into a fight in the church where a guy takes a knife and slices his suit. So it's obviously, it wasn't even Kevlar, if you could. I just find it interesting what points people choose to leave in their suspension of disbelief. That's all. If you're going on the expressway 65, 70 miles an hour and put your hand out the window, you're going to get blown back. Imagine if you're going 10 times that speed. Like, that's, are you sure? You sure you're on the same page with that? I mean, I get it. You're a Marvel fanboy. Like, it's fine. It's it's cool. To each his own. If you like the movie, you like the movie. It's all good. I was not impressed by it. I went into this movie knowing that it was going to be bad. They did, hundreds and millions of dollars in reshoots. Why? Because it probably sucked every single time. And that's one of the reasons why. Excuse me. And, and you could get away with that with, as they obviously have no problem with exposition. All you had to do was say, I've got super magnets on my hands that attach to the. Okay, explain it. Explain why you are breaking the laws of physics, and then that's cool. One simple little, even an ADR line. Yeah, wait till it's on Disney Plus. Don't spend your money on it. I basically saw it for free because it was one of my free movies. But yeah, something, all you have to do, he could have been hitting, breaking the canopy glass of the plane with his shield, and he could have just been thinking, man, thank God I have these magnets on my suit to keep me on this plane so I don't fly off of it. That's all you had to do. Whoops. You had to do. If you're going to break the laws of physics, if you're going to break a law of physics, explain how it got broken, and then it's okay. Then it's good. Thank you, Space Chief. There are established limits to every fantasy universe, and when those limits are broken, it ruins the experience. Exactly. And all you have to do is give a quick explanation as to why those laws are being broken. Again, I can't stress this enough. Man, I'm glad I had these super intensive electromagnets fixed to my suit so I could, stick to this airplane while I'm breaking this canopy with a shield. And on top of that, he's a regular human being. He doesn't have the super soldier serum. And I do like the fact that of all the unbelievable things that happen in Marvel movies, you already said you went into it with the narrative of triple standards are actually funny. Triple standards. No, I get Marvel movies. I enjoyed phase 1 of Marvel because they explained, things were explained. Again, it's not that difficult. If you're going to break a law of physics, give an explanation as to why that is, why that's being broken, and then it's done. Then you're good. You don't, you don't just, because it's cool. Man, that's so cool. I better be, it'd be a cool idea. You'd be really fucking awesome if you just go on an airplane and take a shield and just bang it down. He didn't have super strength, first of all, to hold on to a plane going 747 miles an hour. The human grip. Try to hold on to a car going 70 miles an hour. Seriously, try to hold on to the roof of a car going 70 miles an hour. Now, times that by 10 and see if you're going to be able to hold on. A simple line of ADR. They could have done it a week before the movie came out. Like, oh, Anthony Mackie, we need you. Anthony, yeah, we need you to come in. You could probably do it from your house. We just need you to say just this one line. Just one line, and then we're gonna ship it out to the movie. That's all you had to do. Explain why this fundamental rule of physics is being broken, and then you're good. That's all you got to do. One simple line of ADR can fix a lot of things in a movie. And I don't know if this is your first time, watching one of my reviews. I am absolutely a movie snob, 100%. I like foreign films. I like, I'm a movie snob. I'll admit it. So yes, I need things broken down and explained to me so that I can get into the movie. The very first part where he's, flying at 747 miles an hour and does the perfect, here, we'll do this for you. Black guy dies first. This part right here. That part right there. If you're falling at, terminal velocity, gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. So you get faster exponentially as you're, until you reach terminal velocity. He is going past, 9.8 meters per second squared. And he just lands, like ready to fight. No, you would become a bag of broken bones. Like your knees would shatter into a million pieces if you were falling. If you were just falling from gravity, do that off of a building. You're not going to land like that. And then you're not going to be able to face, excuse me, you're not going to be able to face 7 guys with machine guns. No, give an explanation as to how you are able to, to do that. Again, an ADR line. It's a good thing that I've got these super reinforced steel bars in my brand new Captain America suit so I can land like this. That's all you needed to do. Give an explanation. And would it have been eye rolling? Sure. But would it have been enough to explain why that thing happened instead of that's not going to happen? That's not going to happen. I'll give you another example. There. Black guy dies first. And are you familiar with Game of Thrones? If you are, if you wanted to make an argument that the Ruth Bat character was entirely too small to the judo flip, I give you that. But applying physics to the fictional materials, it's not nitpicky. It's the exact same argument. It's the exact same argument. I'm not being nitpicky on this. At all. Very good point. See, now we're getting, look at that. Good job.
I love it. You guys are so great.
Great point. Super duper great point. And I agree with you. I didn't mention the 4-foot nothing woman that's able to fight, and that's that's I don't like that in Marvel either. That was one of the things that I didn't like about Marvel, and with girl bossery of this magnitude. Like, I get it. Okay. Fine. Yes, because what I never saw the Black Panther movies. I checked out. After yeah, I checked out on both of those movies. Yeah, Endgame. Endgame was the last Marvel movie I saw. Well, good. Good. I'm glad we can come to an understanding on this. Like, I don't want to be. Was that Civil War? I only saw that one once. But yeah, and the vibranium was only in the wings. Like, it wasn't in the actual suit itself. It was just in his wings. They made mention of that he's got ties to Wakanda. So yeah, I mean, it was. I'll have to watch. I'll have to watch that one again. Yeah, but Civil War, that was. Spider-Man was a teenager. It is not because it was cut by a knife, remember? If you saw the movie and the big guy who was fighting him in the church, he cut he actually cut open the his suit. So it was not vibranium laced. Checkmate. Remember the knife? He sliced through the suit. So no, the suit was not vibranium laced. It was just his wings. Because when he did that thing with he did that move with the wings, only the wings became the purple vibranium. Yo, Black Guy Dies First. I worked with you a lot back in the 80s. Those were the days. Oh, well, see, there you go, Shmuel. But again, to that point, you can. It's a good thing the Wakandans made this thing that's able to be magnetically attached to aluminum. Simple line of ADR. That's all you need to do in a movie. A simple line that explains what you're doing if you're doing something fantastical that breaks the laws of physics. Just explain it. That would be those are one of the few times where you would have to tell and not show, or that's all you need to do. But good point, Shmuel. Very good point. Very good point with that. Mucho bueno. Good point. You made me lose my train of thought. Black Guy Dies First. Good job. Thank you for watching, though. I appreciate it. What am I doing? Oh, that's right about the red. But the red, I don't know if this was the director or whatnot, but he absolutely did not want. He wanted the Red Hulk to be a 100% shocking surprise because of the way they built it up throughout the whole movie with everything red. They blew it in the trailers, and I feel that's because they knew the movie was going to suck, so they had to dangle the shiny thing in front of people. You guys had your minds made up before the movie came out, and there was nothing this movie could have done. I just told you what they could have done. And yeah, they it was dumb. It was dumb. Are you the director? Are you Julius Yuan? Is that why you're getting all up on me in this? Excuse me. But yeah, it was just too. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I mean, I was going into this movie hoping to enjoy it, and god damn, at the very end of the movie when Thunderbolt Ross goes from Red Hulk to, dude, Harrison Ford looks so scrawny. I don't think so, Shmuel. I I will disagree. I am apparently Marvel's target audience. I'm not saying it's personal, dude. It's just that I understand it's a. Oh, that's what I was talking about when Bucky Barnes came in for his little cameo. He and this was a problem I have with Marvel too. Thank you for reminding me because they do mention his age. Um, he's trying to you know he's talking to Sam and it's really serious because the other guy who was Falcon, he got hurt and he was critical condition, and Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, he says something, and Sam Wilson goes, "Did you use that in your campaign speech?" And he goes, "Or did your campaign writers write that?" And he goes, "The last part." Like they have to break a serious, like a serious scene with a stupid joke. Like they do that all the time. They do that all the time, and that's annoying as well. Yeah, how about it? It's going to be. They did it with coming soon, CGI Harrison. I hope not. He just needs to, dude. He looked so frail. He just looked like an old man, and it was hard to see that. It was hard to see my Han Solo as a frail old man. I don't. I think he may have been talking about me. I'm not sure. No fighting in the chat room, guys. Like no sex in the champagne room. You know what? Let's chill out, everybody. Let's all have a smoke. Shmuel, why don't you light up a cigar? If you have a cup of coffee, let's have a cup of coffee. You know, this is not the Joey C show where we're going to just, oh, you got that. If you don't know this shit, I'm gonna. No, this is, yeah, for real. It's like they're getting so old and fragile and just, ugh. I hate to see it. Yeah, but I hate to see Han Solo looking all old and frail. It was so bad. It was so bad. And continuity errors too. When they were in the when he was fighting Red Hulk, when he touches stuff, it burns. So they're in the cherry blossom thing, and like the little cherry blossom leaves are there we go. See, black guy dies first. He's talking about Harrison Ford. We're all friends here in Cupcake's Corner. But when the cherry blossoms, when the petals would land on his skin, they would burn away. And so Sam's trying to tell him, "Come on, remember Betsy? Remember Betty? She was doing this." And he then a cherry blossom petal lands in his hand, and it doesn't burn. So see, at least you're laughing, brother. All right, good job, good job. It was I've only seen parts of it. I didn't see the whole movie, but I heard it was terrible. And there's parts in it where you can actually see Robert De Niro wearing lifts on his shoes like that big, like Stuttering John. Well, thank you for being here, Black Guy Dies First. I appreciate it. Cheers. Skull. Yes, I went to 7-Eleven today for my coffee, and they had excuse me, they had some blueberry flavoring. So I put one pump of blueberry flavoring, and it was delicious. It's fantastic. A little cold now because it's been sitting for a while. I got to get one of those. I got these things for my sodas, and if you look right there, keeps shit cold for 74 hours, shit hot for 14. I got to get one for coffee. And I'm so disappointed. And I was at Walmart about 2 weeks ago, and in the clearance section, they had a 30 ounce. No, it wasn't even that big. 20 ounce. Yeah, it was perfect for coffee. It was perfect size for coffee. $5. Too much information there, homie. Yeah, it was only $5. I should have gotten it. I can't even remember where it was. I don't remember what state I was in. Where I'd go back and get one, but I don't know where it's at. I don't remember. Well, the chat is pumping. Thanks, guys, for being here. We can hang out for a little bit more if you want. But yeah, so like that I didn't. I mean, yeah, just a lot of the stuff about him flying was. Did he fly that fast in any other movies? You know, was he? That's right. Hit the like button, please. Thank you, Eckel. Stringfellow Hawk. Young Yimmy Norton was funny as Don Rickles. Other than that, yes, I do remember him playing Don Rickles. I do remember that. Thank you, Stringfellow. I appreciate that. And thank you, Pineapple. Yes, treat the like button like Sam treated the canopy of the jet that he smashed open to get the pilot to eject out. If you've seen all the other movies and you're into it, yes. I will say that all the good parts are in the trailers. Everything. No, don't hit it twice. Don't hit it twice, because if you hit it twice, then it goes away. Just do that on Joey's stream. Marvel's audience has been so polarized, politicized, and spoiled. The age of objective opinion is over, myself included. Well, I get that. I get that. We can get into that discussion if you want. No, just hit it once. I only need you to hit it once. I mean, we can absolutely get into that, but after Infinity War, it all went downhill. I feel that the Marvel Cinematic Universe probably should have ended after Infinity War, but of course, Disney now owns. There you go. 3 times is fine. Yes. Hit the like button 3 times. I feel that after Disney bought it, just like they did with Star Wars, they thought much like our friend Joey C with Super Tips, they thought that he just turns on the Super Tip machine and it would just print money. They thought that owning Marvel and Star Wars, it would just be a money printing machine, but they forgot that you have to have a decent story. You have to, you actually have to have something people want to buy. You have to actually have something people want to see instead of just pumping stuff out just to pump stuff out. I saw the Incredible Hulk in the theater, saw Iron Man in the theater. I didn't see Thor because I thought that one looked boring. Saw Infinity War in the theater. I saw Endgame in the theater. Civil War? I didn't see Civil War in the theater. Was I divorced already by then? Trying to think. Yeah, actually, Iron Man and the Hulk. Deadfall keeps doing it just to. I don't know what that means. Yeah. I mean, everything in just like if you're drinking, everything in moderation. Marvel should have probably ended. At I'm not getting my notifications here. Marvel probably should have ended at Endgame. If you wanted to, if you wanted to keep going with the Marvel comics, since you now own the rights to that, no shit, no shit. um, if you wanted to keep the rights to that, you can still, you can do it like Stephen King does, like I mentioned in the Monkey review. In the short story, The Monkey, the main character, that he's in New England, and he moves to Arnett, Texas, and he gets a job at the Texas Instruments Calculator Factory. The Texas Instruments Calculator Factory in Arnett, Texas, is where Stu Redman from The Stand, it works. So you can have, you can do that with movies, and just have little smatterings of, just to remind everybody that, hey, this is still taking place in the same universe, guys. But it doesn't have to be all part of one huge encompassing story, because you get exactly what we have right now with all of this. If at Endgame it ended up where there was just spin-off TV shows on Disney, it might have. They tried doing that though, and that's where you got that's where you got Loki. That's where you got the Hawkeye movie, or the TV show. That's where you got wasn't the Marvel to TV show too? You can't, you you need to. TV shows only. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But it's also the fact that I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that process has already started. They ruined. They did ruin Star Wars 100%. I'm of the unpopular opinion that the Rogue One was awful. I didn't like it at all. Come on, we're having a discussion here. No hard feelings. We can agree to disagree on things. Come on, man. But yeah, see, we're with you here. We're with you here, black guy. We're we're all buddies here. We're just having a discussion. I'm I'm gonna have to say it won't, because there's too many normies now that are into it. I mean, are those the come thank you, come again, or are the hey, how are you, hey, how are you? Which kind of Indians are they? But to get back to this, I don't know if Marvel is ever going to. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get out of the current fan base, because now there's too many. This sounds horrible, but there's too many normies going at it. Like I had mentioned to on the Spider's show. Lou was saying, as long as there's good action, as long as there's good action, I'll go see it. A movie has to be more. You're such a bitch, dude. Oh my god. Shut up. Can't you hear him talking over here? Yeah, well, the nerds are what brought it to the forefront. With with Iron Man. That's why it wasn't a cinematic universe yet with Iron Man. They wanted to see what would happen, and Iron Man turned out to be a great movie. And I want you to know, Black Guy Dies First, I hold no animosity. I like having discussions like this, to where, because if you have people that agree with you all the time, and I may have been I may have gotten a little loud with you. I do apologize about that. I didn't mean to. That's why I dialed it back some. Oh God. But yeah, it's you know, it's like pretty much everything. Um, that could be said about a lot of things. You can have a favorite band, and then when everybody else starts to get into that band, then then you're like, well, their first two albums were good, and then when everybody else started to like them. I feel that way about a lot of bands from the '90s. I remember the day Stone Temple Pilots came out with their album Core. My buddy worked at a record shop, and on Tuesdays, the brand new music would come out. No. um, and my buddy goes, dude, you got to listen to this band. And it was Stone Temple Pilots. And I was like, oh, wow, great. And, it was me and about 6 other guys in high school that actually got into it. And then in college, after there was Core, and then there was the one with the dragon on the cover. Then after that, when everybody starts liking the thing that you hold dear to your heart, then it's like, oh, everybody likes this now. Oh, I'm good. I'm straight. Like Metallica. After I'll be honest, I got into heavy metal.
Watch out!
The fuck? Shut up. Here we go. Nerds picked it up as kids from comics. Now they're adults. Kids today don't read comics the same way. Their way is movies and cartoons. Marvel is planting the seeds to harvest from years. Yeah, but you can't. I'll agree with that. They are adults now. They're probably you could probably say that Arrested Development has a lot to do with that we're trying to hold on to our childhood as much as we can, especially Gen Xers and millennials, older millennials. You could absolutely say that. I would agree with you there. The comic book, and it's gotten to the point now where I mean, if you're in a niche group and then everybody else starts to get into that niche group, you do become a gatekeeper. You do become, you do. It's as much as you don't want to admit it, you do. You become a gatekeeper for stuff like that. If you've liked stuff since you were a kid, listen to me. Can't you see I'm online? I'm doing a show right now. Shut the fuck up. Let's see, can I just say Captain America without the super serum is stupid? Yes. That was a big thing. That was a big thing too. That took me out of the movie. You're doing all these incredible acrobatics. You're all these acrobatics and all these, and you don't have the super serum in you to be able to, and if Sam Wilson would have gotten the super soldier serum, then everything that I'm talking about would be null and void. Like it wouldn't even be brought up because he has the super serum in him. That's why he's able to hold onto that jet as it's going 700 and some miles an hour. That's why he's able to land like that when he's falling, at terminal, when he's falling, he's flying down at 700 and some miles an hour. If he had the super serum, then none of these subjects I'm bringing up would even be an issue, because there's the explanation as to why he's able to do this. A normal human being like you and I would be turned into mush if you were to, fall at 700 miles an hour. You can go, you can even jumping off a 2-story building, you're going to break your leg. Okay, we did that one. I don't know why they didn't have someone injection with serum against his will at the end of the show. I never watched the show. I don't think I had Disney Plus. I ran out of chloroform. That's why she's opening up her mouth. And it's not a hooker. This one's a hitchhiker that I picked up on the side of the road. It was cold, so I figured. But she won't keep her fucking mouth shut. Oh my God. How's it going, Gordon? Thanks for joining me here. That was really funny. We're all good here in Cupcake's Corner, so don't all in good fun. It's just good natured ribbing, dude. We're all good. We're all good. Are we smoking again? Yeah, I know. I know Christian Blatt from he used to be Dennis Miller's producer. So from the Dennis Miller Show. So I know him from there. I actually called in once, and he obviously doesn't remember, but I did speak to him on the phone. Oh, come on, man. It's fine. Yeah, it was. I mean, she was cold. It was cold outside. I saw her in the, walking last night. It was like 20 degrees. So I figured, but she still won't shut the fuck up. Yeah, don't leave, dude. You're fine. What's gonna happen? That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. I'll have to put it in the back. I'll have to use my other phone to just do it in the back. Part of Spain, where my dad is from, was controlled by the Moors for 700 years. So I have a little bit of African in me as well. That's the one. Tom Gully Show. That would be the one. That would be the one to put her to sleep. All right, 3 positive things about the movie. I did like. Okay, here we go. 3 positive things about the movie. There's definitely one thing about the movie that I did like. I did like that Tim Nelson Blake. I did. Let me get this out of the way. I did like his the fact that he, tried to look like the comic book version of Leader. At least this version. I am familiar with this version of Leader because I would watch the Hulk cartoon show, and this was the Leader that would talk like this. Yeah. But yeah, so and I'm gonna have to say that the positiveness is gonna all come from his character, because he, none of that is CG. That's all practical, practical makeup effects and stuff. the So that's one positive thing. Another positive thing. This is another positive thing. This was something that had the trailers not ruined. Had the trailers not ruined the surprise of Red Hulk.
R-E-D, red, R-E-D, red, I can spell.
I did like the fact that there was red throughout the whole movie. Like it was bringing up, it was, if you're a film snob, things like that catch your eye. For example, red is a big thing in The Sixth Sense. The everything red. If you watch The Sixth Sense again, make sure you keep an eye out on the color red. Every time there's something red, for example, when Bruce Willis, when he's walking through and he's trying to get to that, he's trying to open that door. If you notice, the handle on the door handle is red, and he can't. Yes, I do. And he can't open it when he finds out that he's dead. And then because Haley Joel Osment goes, yeah, sometimes they don't know they're dead. Well, when he finds out that he's dead, he can't open the door because there's a table in front of the door, and he wasn't noticing it. So I did like the foreshadowing of the red. Had they not ruined the surprise of Red Hulk in the trailers, that would have been good. So I did like that attempt at that. And what's another thing I liked? 3 things that were good. Man, it didn't feel as long as 2 hours. I mean, it did. It did. Oh, that's right. I've only seen that movie a couple times. My brother's a big fan of that movie. Nah, that's neither here nor there with that. Yeah, it didn't feel as long. Yeah, the I mean, the Red Hulk was impressive. If it would have been a surprise, like a shocking surprise at the end of the movie where, oh my God, Thunderbolt Ross turns into the Red Hulk, which you could, like I said, you could tell that that's what the director wanted to do with that character. Yeah. Um, you could tell that they wanted the Red Hulk to be a surprise. They wanted that to be the shocking surprise ending. But they ruined it. They ruined it in the trailer, and I feel that they didn't feel the movie was strong enough to hold it. Had they gone on more with the Tim Blake Nelson's character, the leader, had they done more with him, then it would have brought people who liked the Incredible Hulk movie into this. They needed to more focus on that. And Giancarlo Esposito, he was, I guess he was good. He was good in the movie. Nothing like obviously Sidewinder from the comics. I'm not familiar with Sidewinder from the comics. I'll be honest. I just in doing my prep for today's show, I had no idea that this was Sidewinder. Like I had no clue. Like had they done they done something like that. But yeah, I liked his character a lot. He's- Shaun of the Dead, one of the few good things that come out of the UK. Well, there's you and Rochi too. Come on now. All right, well, I've been going on. Here we go. Once Tom Holland stops doing Spider-Man, do you think Marvel could reboot it with X-Men Spider-Man from a scratch crossover? Well, they did introduce adamantium in this movie. So, so X-Men are going to be part of, at least Wolverine is going to be part of the MCU. I did like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I do like Sam Raimi. I'm a fan of. No, Roach is a good guy. I did. I did like the Sam Raimi. I did like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I did. I was. Oh, you know what? Goddamn. The what's that? The Multiverse of Madness, the Sam Raimi directed Marvel movie. I did see that in the theater, but I fell asleep. Disney would have to get the rights to Spider-Man. It's been extended for Sony since they used to use it again. Yeah, the Disney Sony has tried so hard to get their own universe going with Craven the Hunter and Madam Web. They're using all these obscure, and I don't. You know what? Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the Sony and their. They could have done the Sinister Six in Spider-Man. I do not like the fact that Craven the Hunter was a misunderstood. No, Craven the Hunter's a villain. Sometimes, you know what? Let's talk about this right now. Let's talk about this absolutely right now. I am not a fan of these villain origin stories where the villain turns out to be just some misunderstood guy. No, I'm sorry. Sometimes there's bad people. Sometimes there's just evil people that want to do evil things. That to me is a lot more interesting than some guy that just all kinds of bad shit happened to him, and then that's what turns him into a bad guy, so that eventually, there is some good in him to turn him back. No, I don't. I like my bad guys to be bad guys. I don't like there to be any. I don't want my bad guys to, to be wishy-washy. If they're going to be a bad guy, I don't. What do you mean by that? Probably. Yeah, Disney's gonna. Oh, stop. Yeah, I actually own Maximum Carnage. I haven't watched it yet, but I own it. I used to. How did I get it? It's a digital copy. Oh, I would. Yeah, a buddy of mine gave me a bunch of those inserts that have the code for the digital movies. But yeah, I like my bad guys to be bad guys. That's what makes them interesting. Like who was the movie Cruella? What was it was the broad from Poor Things. Whatever the hell her name is, the broad from Easy A. She I she wanted to skin puppies. That's Carnage should have become Maximum Carnage. I did not know that those were two different. I didn't know that those were two different characters. I was not aware of that.
Yes. Yes, Eddie. Shut up. You mean like this? Yes, Eddie. We are going to go down, and we must get there. I'm a bit of a nerd, Eddie.
I did the I did like the Venom movies. I do like Venom. Like Venom Venom was always a good character. Like Venom is your anti-hero there. You know, Emma Stone, that's the broad's name. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I wanted to see Venom and Spider-Man fight. I do like the fact that that Spider-Man's spider sense doesn't work around Venom. I thought that dynamic was cool. You know, I did like the Eddie Brock character versus Peter Parker. I liked how they had a, you know, they had a rivalry, and then after the after the suit, the Black Spider-Man and Reed Richards, figured out the sound waves, and then the symbiote went to Eddie Brock, and they became really good together. I did like that dynamic. I wish I would have done more with that, as far as with Venom and Spider-Man. I just don't like it because Captain America is black. Oh, shut up. That's not even it. It's not even it. Yeah, exactly. I did, and I like Tom Hardy. I like Tom Hardy a lot. I liked him in Mad Max Fury Road. I liked him. I did like. Do I have a Bane voice on here? Shut up. I don't think I do.
Yeah, this is gonna be the best. Of course.
Um. Uh, we lost you there, black guy. Sorry. Are you going to be the villain of this chat today? Is this your origin story? Were you a nice guy that just was taken over, and then you just, is there still some good left in you? um all right, I think unless you guys want to keep talking about whatever, we can still chit chat and gab, but other than that, I think we're done. What I recommend, um Captain America Brave New World. Like I said, everyone loves the movie except us. I said, sure, it's because, oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's, no, I mean, you gotta have the super serum. That was it. You can't be a regular human being and put your body through the things that his body went through and expect to not become a pile of jello after all the stuff he went through. You've gotta, you've gotta have that. You gotta have that. You gotta have the something you gotta have that something that makes you, that makes you a superhero. You can't just have it the shield and expect to be Captain America. No, you need to. Yes, watch out, because Captain America's, oh my God, this broad won't shut the fuck up. Um, yeah, he needed the super serum. And I guess it's the same way in the comics. Nimrod was saying that in the comics, when they made Sam Wilson, they only did like 5 issues, and then they got rid of it. Okay, good to see you, Cupcake. I've got to take Airwolf and into Colombia and rescue an aid worker held by the cartel. You go do that and tell Ernest Borgnine I said hi, Stringfellow. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. So, I bet you'd be a big fan of again, this is the director of Captain America: Brave New World, and this was his first movie, the first movie he ever directed, wrote and directed it. So I thought that was pretty funny. But on that note, yeah, I think I'm going to call it quits. Be sure to hit the like button. Treat the like button like Sam Wilson treated the cockpit canopy. Yes, listen to this part. Treat the like button like Sam Wilson treated the canopy of that jet that he saved the pilot from. Absolutely, everybody. And until next time, I'm not sure what movie I'm going to go see next. There are a bunch of movies. Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson. That's coming out in March. That looks amazing. That looks like a fun movie. I will absolutely see that one. I don't know if I'm going to see a movie this weekend. But other than that, thank you for everybody that was in the chat. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for everything. Hit that like button, and we will see you later. Bye!